Good morning, boomers. The voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest, your favorite live streamer's favorite live streamer, Champagne Crypto, back with the pumper. The daily kapump, Bitcoin on a tear, leaving altcoins, stocks, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, all of it is behind Bitcoin right now as the bits have cracked through 18,000 overnight. Now doing a little pullback, but I believe we have a support there at 17.5. Drop a comment. Let me know what's shaking and baking. I see AKMS over there. Shout out to everybody on D Live tuning in. It's the voice, the original kapumper of the crypto networks, Champagne. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Let's check out the charts. Let me turn off these coins. Let me share the mathematics over here. Coinbase, 17,642. Bitcoin overnight hit $18,488. And right now it's selling off, okay, but it's still basically where it was yesterday, trading sideways at down 0.21. But this thing is, I believe we got a support here at 17.5. Clear support. Well, not clear, but arguably a nice support here at 17.5. And we should bounce right off that support and continue northward if I had to guess. Okay. This thing is going strong. Bitcoin with a tremendous run in the past 7 days like no other. Let's check out the math over here on CoinGecko. The altcoins are getting left behind. Okay, everything's getting left behind. I told you earlier, just a few days ago, I swapped out some Ethereum into Bitcoin. And I'm bullish on ETH. I think ETH is extremely bullish, but not as bullish as Bitcoin this week. So I moved over some of the ETHage. I moved over some of the ETHage into the bitage. And that's what's going on out there. More bits, and more kabooms. I'm looking at the charts with Bitcoin. This is how I look at the charts. Most people want to see it with US dollar, but really, long-term guns, long-term snipers. We should be considering how everything is stacking up against bits. But let's go back to the US dollar. You can see here Bitcoin at 17,654. Let me hit refresh. Make sure we're up to date. We got Ether at 469. We got Ripple there at 0.28. Chainlink is not doing that much this week. It looks like, Bitcoin really shifted gears. You're downshifted and really revved up the engine here. Chainlink holding there at 1305. I like the Chainlink. But how about Litecoin? Okay. What's most impressive, even more impressive than Bitcoin's run this week, has been Litecoin's run. Look at Litecoin, up 21% this week. It's at $70. I still think there's a lot more room for Litecoin to go up. Okay, Litecoin's been around. They're an OG coin, and I think now in this middle of the bull run, people are considering it again. Now, you know how I feel about the lights right now. Although I'm biased against Litecoin, I would admit that it does appear oversold, and that's why it keeps going up. I mean, under $100 for the lights, that may not be a bad deal. Bitcoin Cash there at 242. You can see now Litecoin pulling ahead at Bitcoin Cash. It seems like Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash are head-up competitors, if you ask me, for peer-to-peer cash. You got Polkadot over there at 457. Binance at 2760. Binance hasn't done much. Cardano hasn't done much either at 10 cents. Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, we always skip. EOS at 256. And you got Monero. Monero keeps moving. Guys, don't sleep on Monero. If you really are a true crypto maniac soldier here in the blockchain battlefield trenches, you understand that Monero is the last true crypto in the top 20. It's the only crypto in the top 20 in my personal opinion, okay? Everything else is a surveillance coin. Drop a comment. Let me know what's shaking and baking. We're preheating this crypto oven to 18,000 or 17,000 and beyond out there. Looking strong at 17,617. The top gainers this week have been, Sushi Swap is doing excellent. They're up 63% in the past week. Waves is doing good. Decred. And then you got your little baby Bitcoins, Bitcoin Gold and Bitcoin Diamond. I'm not entirely surprised about this. Usually when Bitcoin runs up, all the little fake Bitcoins or the little baby Bitcoins gain weight as well. And then you got Yearn did pretty good, and Litecoin is doing, I'm most impressed about Litecoin, I'll be honest with you. Drop a comment, let me know what's shaking and baking. Shout out to everybody over there on D Live. I got 4 Cryptomaniacs. Fat Pig Signals donated a lemon, thank you so much. Athlete donated 2 ice cream, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and put in 50 here into the lemon chest, and we'll pass them out in just a moment. Let me go ahead and bring up some of the news out here and look at the stock markets, because at the end of the day, although Bitcoin is outperforming the legacy markets, it's strongly correlated to the stock. So we got to make sure that we keep an eye on what's going on with the funny bunny over there. So let me go ahead and pull this up. Let me pull up CoinDesk. Let me pull up the Wall Street Journal. Let me pull up the news outlets and plug in out here. CoinDesk, CoinT, and more. I usually have them up before the broadcast, but I just ended up firing early this morning, so boom. Drop a comment. Let me know what's shaking and baking. You can see Cointelegraph talking about how this bull run is different. 10 Bitcoin charts that show rally isn't like 2017's. Yeah, I do think there's a possibility here that we may hit all-time. There's a strong possibility we may hit all-time highs by the end of the year. And if we don't, we will get there next year at 2021. And I think that we're going to go past all-time highs here, okay? Jared says, time for a pullback. The pullback's happening right now. The pullback has pulled back right now. I mean, we topped off at 18.48, 18.488, but we have a support at 17.55, Jared. You're going to be surprised. This thing is going to keep going. We may see all-time highs. A lot of institutional money moving in, and I doubt that we're going to go ahead and drop back down to 15,000. We may pull back to 17.5. We may even pull back to 16.5. But here for the short term, I think Bitcoin is going to keep going up. Now, eventually it will hit its top, whether that's 20K or not, I don't know. And it will pull back, at some point. But, if I had to guess, I think we're going to go ahead and crack through all-time highs eventually. How long that's going to take, I don't know. But let's say we hit 25 or 30K, and then there will be a pullback. It could be 25% or more. Okay, so let's see. The bigger question is where is the new support going to be after this run? Okay, because we've been in a clear run for over a month now. Let's see here. This is basically the post-halving run, if you ask me. I mean, but let's go ahead and look at the 3-month chart. Okay, so we can argue that, this thing started in October. So we've been on a run for about over a month. Let's see here how much longer this thing can go. But there's a strong possibility now we may touch all-time highs. And then the pullback. But yeah, I don't disagree about a pullback. I just don't think it's going to happen right now. I think we still got some more gas in the tank. The FOMO is activating out there, guys. The FOMO is activating, and we got a lot more institutional investors involved now than there were back in 2017. Right here, you got more people that want to hodl now than before. Okay, so that's my opinion. Let's see. You got more people moving in bags. They're stronger hands right now. Although I was reading an article that majority of Bitcoin wallets are in profit. So let's see how this all pans out. Either or, guys. How about it, guys? And $17,000 Bitcoin, I receive it. I'm happy. Even if this thing pulls back to 14,000, I'm happy. Okay? Hourglasses, the Link Marines will rise. I mean, they've rose for the past few years. I mean, I'm not surprised that they're taking a break right now after rising so much in the past couple of years, outperforming Bitcoin. But right now, all eyes are on Bitcoin outperforming Chainlink, everybody but Litecoin, basically. And some of the DeFi's. Let me go ahead and pull this up in Bitcoin again so that we can look. Sushi's outperforming, Waves, Decred, the baby Bitcoins, Yearn, Litecoin, Reserve Rights, and that's about it. But out of all those tokens that are outperforming Bitcoin, Sushi's cool, but I'm not trying to hold Sushi for the long term. This is a coin I was giving out for free. Decred is pretty all right. Waves is cool. Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Diamond, I'm not interested in these baby Bitcoin knockoffs. Nexo, I have nothing to say about. Vita, I don't know anything about. Yearn's pretty cool. But again, it's a new coin. I mean, Litecoin is the one that's most impressive, I'll be honest with you. Thorchain, reserve rights, and then you got Ren, RAB BTC, and then Bitcoin. Give me Bitcoin, guys. Give me more bits, more kabooms. And I told you guys, I swapped out ETH for more bits. So that's what's going on. Let me look at the Wall Street Journal, see if there's anything that's catching our attention. Pfizer says Vax is 95% affected. Of course, that's propelling the market. Let's see here. Yeah, market Vax euphoria. That's basically what it is. Yeah, it doesn't catch my attention. Let me see if anything on CoinDesk. Zcash undergoes first halving. Bitcoin indicator suggests bull market is still in early phase. I agree with this one. I think that we're still in an earlier phase of the bull market. We could be going a lot more, guys. Bitcoin has plenty of scope to extend its current rally. A price indicator suggests even as the crypto is fast closing in on the record high near 20K set 3 years ago, with prices rising by 80% to levels above 18,000 in the past 6 weeks. The cryptocurrency's Mayer multiple ratio of price to the 200-day moving average has risen to a 16-month high of 1.67. However, the metric is still well short of the 2.4 threshold that has historically signaled the final leg of the bull markets. They're talking about that Mayer multiple flash. Okay, and you can see here on the charts, 20-day moving average is still about 17.5, guys. I think we still got some gas in the tank here to keep going. I'll be honest with you guys. I think there's still some gas in the tank to keep going for the bits. So let's see how that pans out. See CoinT if they got anything sexy out there. Airbnb plays blockchain buzzword bingo and 1 billion IPO filing with SEC. What's that mean? Meanwhile, crypto firms are genuinely trying to revive the badly hit travel sector using distributed ledger technology. Short-term accommodation booking platform Airbnb has filed a prospectus for a $1 billion IPO. Hidden away in the 350-page document is a half-page dedicated to the risk of not being able to adapt in changes in technology. The document reels off a list of buzzwords that savvy investors may want to be sure are under consideration. Our future success will also depend on our ability to adapt to emerging techs such as tokenization, cryptocurrencies, new authentication technologies such as biometrics, distributed ledger, and blockchain tech, artificial intelligence, augmented reality, and more. So there you go. And that's on Cointelegraph. Okay, I think that covers most of the news. Let's look at this one last article here talking about the 20Ks. Watch these two levels if Bitcoin price sees a major correction before 20K. Okay, let's see what this one says. Bitcoin is on the run, printing a new high. Okay, will Bitcoin break the elusive 20K barrier? It's hard not to get excited when looking at the weekly chart. However, as the saying goes, what goes up must come down. And right now, the question on everyone's mind is, when is the correction? Okay, the doomsday scenario of the Fibonacci retracement level paints a bleak picture of a 50% correction to the 0.618 of around $9,000. But in post-halving bull run, is this something hodlers need to prepare themselves for, or will previous resistance levels serve as the support? So basically, their doomsday is saying it's 9,000. And I'll tell you, 9,000 is not even that bad, to be honest with you. And that's doomsday. So let's see here. The daily chart hints at levels that people might be able to stomach a little better, with the previous 17,000 resistance being the first level of support to hold before potentially dropping to 14,000 and 12,500. This would represent close to a 25% drop in the price of Bitcoin. It would represent a healthy pullback. Okay. So, I think that the possibility of a 25% pullback is certainly there. But I don't think that that pullback is yet to occur. I think that pullback may happen after we crack 20,000. So let's see. Keep your eyes on this math over here, 14,000 and 12,500. We're currently at a support there of 17,400 Okay, it may be breaking some of that 20-day moving average support right now, which was around here, 17.5. So it's dropping. Our next placement went maybe 16.5 over here. So let's keep an eye on it. Let's keep an eye on it. But certainly, I still think that the overall trend is up. Although we may be seeing already a pullback right now, I still think that the overall trend in the next month or so is up. Let's look at the technicals and see what they have to say right now. Before I click this ad, hold on. Boom. Pull up these technicals here. Technical still reading strong buy on the summary. Moving averages strong buy. You got oscillators reading buy as well. There's a couple saying sell. The 1 week is strong on the moving averages. There's more oscillator indicators reading sell, and then you got your 1 month projections are pretty strong as well. Okay, so keep an eye on that, but I still think the 1 month trajectory and a 1 week trajectory is certainly bullish, and including the 1 day for that matter. The summary still a strong buy for 1 day, so let's keep an eye on it. Looking for a higher low above 17.2. Okay, let's keep an eye on it. But either way, guys, I'm excited. I'm happy at these prices. Certainly more than what we expected. I mean, just about a month or let's say maybe a month and a half ago, I remember coming across an article that we shared that said that there was only a 5% chance of hitting all-time highs by the end of the year. I didn't entirely disagree with it, but I thought it was more about 15 to 20%. But, those numbers have changed. It's obviously, the probability of us hitting all-time highs this year is more now than it was before, obviously. I would say it's probably, we got a good, 80% chance maybe. And this is, numbers off the top of my head. And, we have just been, we just dropped through support. We may be going back to 16.5. Let's see. I mean, this is all short term. Again, I'm still looking at the technicals for 24, 1 week, and 1 month, and I still think we're on the way up. This may be just a buy the dip scenario. I think a lot of gunners are waiting on the sidelines, a lot of institutions, and they may be buying these dips up. So let's see. Let's go ahead and check out some of the staking platforms that we're involved with, the smaller little speculative platforms. T2X have been treating us well. Let me check this out. Okay, I got a stake to collect today. It's small, 2,000 T2X, and it's paying out 57 TRX. This is small. This is probably like, I don't know, $50 worth. I'm just guessing. It's small. Nevertheless, this 30-day stake gave back, it says 200+% interest on T2X. So I don't know if that math is correct, but either or, let me collect this because why not? And I'll probably just restake, I'll be honest with you. Collect those divs and restake. There you go. I got 2,269 T2X tokens. Let's go ahead and restake them. 22.65. I always like keeping a little bit in the wallet just so that I know I'm dealing with the right contract. And let's stake for another, I don't know, at least 30 days. Let's do 40 days. How much till the end of the year? Let's, with 45 days or something? Let's do 45. Boom. And so far, so good with this. I mean, they're very small stakes, and I'm basically, playing around with this like a game. But, it's delivered. Out of all the staking platforms that I've used on Tron, this one's been the one that's most steady. Okay, and then the auctions have gotten a little more plentiful these past days, and this may be due in part to the relationship with E2X that they have, where some of the E2X dibs bleed into T2X. You can see today they're already at 400,000 Tron. Yesterday was 495, but just a few days ago it topped off over 1 million. So that's certainly exciting. So check that out. I have a referral link for T2X where you get 5% on the minted tokens. And so far I have nothing but good things to say about this. It's going slow and steady. I don't have much into it, and I'm going to keep it like that. Let's check out WISE. This is the one that I'm most excited about, guys. This thing is booming as far as the ETH being deposited into the contract. Day one, a reservation has 645 ETH. We're currently on a reservation day 8. Yesterday, it closed at 1,535 ETH. The biggest day yet. This is going to be similar to Hex. This is going to be a staking platform on Ethereum, but this contract has been audited. The team is public, and the token distribution seems to be quite fair. There's going to be, what does it say here on the 90% or more of pre-sale money goes to Uniswap liquidity. The contract burns Uniswap LP token, the liquidity provider tokens. There's no admin keys. This one, I'm telling you guys, I'm really, really excited about. This is the one that I'm most excited about as far as speculative moves. Obviously, the moves are, hodl more Bitcoin and hodl more Ethereum. I'm going to continue to do that. But as far as more of riskier moves, I'm excited about this one. I've moved already a few ETH. I got about 3 ETH, a little more than 3 ETH, and I plan on having about 5 ETH into this by the end of the reservation period, which ends in December. And then on the December 31st or January 1st is when you'll be able to trade the tokens and stake the tokens. So there you go. And let me link you guys to this, because this thing is, make sure you use a referral link if you're going to get into this, because all referral links users give 10% bonus ETH and when reserving WISE, and 10% more shares when staking. So all referral link users get 10% bonus ETH when reserving the WISE token and 10% more when staking. So, use it. This is basically a coupon. And then kaboom to that. And that's about it. I think we covered everything, guys. Let me look. Did we look at the stocks here and see how things are reacting? S&P slightly up, not much. Let's look at these indices. The S&P slightly up at 3615. Dow is about to hit 30,000 there again. 29,886 for the Dow. Crude oil's up. Everything's looking all right. Bonds are up as well, which is bullish. And let's look at the dollar. Dollars there at 92.2. Keep an eye on the dollar. it's gonna bleed out eventually. When, I have no idea, but we'll keep an eye on it. Let me pass out these lemons over here on DLive. Shout out to everybody on DLive. Start sharing your memes. Let me share mine. Little treasure chest, and 50 lemons are being distributed right now. Let's go. Lucky winners. Crystalzilla and Athlete. Always winning out here. I appreciate you guys. Kaboom. 32 for Crystalzilla and 19 for Athlete. Crystalzilla just donated 3 ice cream. Thank you so much. Boom, boom, boom. The fact that you're tech savvy enough to make crypto moves is huge. I guess. I mean, I don't know if you're talking directly to me or you're talking about, you're talking in general. But yeah, I mean, listen, tech savvy. Let's talk about technology. I mean, technology is always what's booming. If you would have invested in the railroads in 1800, you would have been booming. If you would have invested in oil in those times, you would have been booming. If you would have invested in light bulbs, that's technology. Okay? Technology is always pushing things. I don't know if it's always pushing things forward, but I mean, it seems to me like that's the space where the big gains are made in technology. But once upon a time, electricity was high tech, and now it's computers and cryptocurrency and AI and electric cars and stuff like that. The fact that you're tech savvy enough to make crypto moves is huge. He's talking to me. Yeah, I appreciate that. Carlos says Aave, XDCE, and RSR will all surpass Link in ROA potential. So far, RSR is doing really good. It's outperforming Bitcoin as of late, and so is Aave, if I'm not mistaken. But either or, I still want more Bitcoin. All those sound really cute. Chainlink, RSR, XDC, Aave, and then they may all outperform. But, I feel I'll sleep a lot better with more bits under my pillow. I'll be honest with you guys. That's why I've held bits through these past couple of years more than I have Chainlink. And I understand Chainlink's gained more weight. Don't get me wrong. I've moved and I've done moves with Chainlink. We were talking about Chainlink when it was 30 cents, guys. We know. But we also know about the bits. And let me tell you guys, don't sleep on the bits. More kabooms. Don't sleep on the bits. Yeah, there's going to be other ones that move faster than the bits. But try and find those and try to guess the right one. There's 6,007 coins listed here on CoinGecko. The majority of them will lose against the bits. Let's look at, we are looking at Bitcoin prices here. Let's see what's actually outperforming Bitcoin right now. Chainlink isn't. Not this week. Sushi Swap, Huobi, Waves, Decred, Bitcoin Gold, Nexo, Bitcoin Diamond, Vitae, whatever that is, Thorchain and Litecoin, Yearn Finance, even Ether Classic, all this week have been outperforming Bitcoin, along with Swiss Borg and Ren BTC. I'll be honest, they all, some of them are, have, put some gains on, like Sushi, Bitcoin Gold, Litecoin. But if you were to offer me these coins for free alongside Bitcoin, I'm going for Bitcoin. If someone told you I'm going to give you $100 of Sushi or $100 of Bitcoin, which one are you taking? $100 of Yearn Finance or $100 of Bitcoin? I'm taking the Bitcoin. Although one may argue, like, listen, Yearn's going to keep going up faster than Bitcoin. One may argue, but that's cool. Let me get more bits. Carlos says, "What's up? I see you, Carlos. Good morning." So that's what's going on. Yeah, click on the Brave browser ads. Brave browser said that they're not paying referral fees after next month anymore. They're done with the promotional plan. I would expect that you could still earn for clicking on the ads, though. All right, guys, that's about it. 17,684. Look at that. A nice little bounce back here. A nice little bounce back right there. I told you guys, don't sleep. Don't sleep here. I'm telling you guys, this run up for Bitcoin, there was a sell off right here, but look, a little bounce back right out at 17.5, basically right there, a little less than 17.5. But I'm telling you guys, there's some support there at 17.5. That's a 20-day moving average right now. Yeah, we got some support there at 17.5 there, Jared. That 20-day. Look at the 20-day and keep an eye on it. Hopefully this thing goes up. And we're in new waters here. Let's see how it all behaves. But the trend is favorable. The trend is favorable here. Let's see. All right, guys. I'll take a few more comments and questions, and I'm out of here. I'm going to exercise today. I got deadlifts today. I'm going to hit the deadlifts. I'm so happy I got a barbell at the house. I don't got to worry about the gym, the mask, or none of that stuff. I got the barbell. I got the weights out here, and I'm activating. Do it yourself. Don't become your own bank, become your own gym, become your own trainer. I mean, you got to do it all nowadays. I passed out the lemons? Indeed, I did. All right, guys, if there's no other comments and questions, I'm out of here. It's always a pleasure. I'm always so grateful to be able to come here on YouTube and boom with the boomers. I never thought that I'd be leading the Crypto Maniacs to victory. I'll be honest with you. So it's truly a blessing. I'm very grateful for the love. Thank you, Christozilla, Athlete, everybody else that shows up to the daily live streams. We're out here, guys, and hopefully you guys have gotten some value from the streams, and you've gained some weight, not only economically but spiritually as well. So drop a comment. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back. Check out the links that I have down below, and keep booming out there. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest.